Alright, so last session, you guys attempted to scry upon Gordon Danvers, see if you can pick up where he is,
Hmm.
and you found him. He is currently in a chamber being pickled. He's alive, but he's being pickled.
In acid,
Yes. Well,
I'm
vinegar.
not
sorry, what?
vinegar.
The man's being, his limbs are being pickled.
That's right. You weren't there
Okay,
last week.
so Gordon Danvers, the person that Rain had stolen the blue crystal from, they attempted to scry on him. They got an image of a man being pickled. He's alive. They kind of limbs are no longer fully attached, so they're being
And
pickled.
they're being pickled.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Yep.
real fucked
It's a
up.
black dragon.
They found out it was a black. They figured it was a black dragon.
Oh, and he likes
Yeah.
people pickles.
I mean,
Apparently,
yeah. I mean, you can put spices. You can save them
Peter
for
Piper
longer.
picked a peck of pickled people. How many pickled people did Peter Piper pick?
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
I know that was impressive, wasn't it?
Yes. You guys then attempted.
And with a speech impediment, no
you,
less.
you guys attempted to scry on Danica. Apparently, she's being appeared to be conducting some business with a few individuals, speaking in thieves' cant, something along the lines of assassinations. Once you relayed the message to Rain, since you guys had known that Danvers was alive, you guys sent him ascending. He replied that he didn't know where he was. He thinks he's in Godard. He has been blinded, so he doesn't know who his capturer is, and he doesn't know who his capturer is.
Wow.
Yeah.
I
He's-
like that you said it twice. He doesn't know who his capturer is.
Nope.
His captor.
Captor. Or captors.
Yes,
Oh no.
could be.
Yes.
Probably a mating of dragons, you know.
Hmm.
It's a gaggle of dragons. Gaggle of black dragons. It's a nest
This
of
is how
baby...
they mate. They kidnap someone, pickle them, and then present the people pickles to their prospective mate, like penguins and the
Prospective
shiny
partner.
rock.
Sexy.
Prospective
prospective
partner. You're right.
You know, you
The
gotta
people
alliterate.
go to the prospective partner.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. A bouquet of pickled produce people. Okay, so you guys in the meantime, while you found all this information,
A plethora of pickled people presented to their potential partner.
Okay. In the meantime, you guys decided to try to track down a few items associated with Shar. Aoife's research had led her to find a few items, which included, let me get the names up again. Items of Shar, that's what I want. The Disc of Night is a chakram that was wielded by her most beloved worshippers. Apparently, it can cut through foes with ease. The Amulet of Perfect Night allowed one to be surrounded by a shadowy illumination. The Light Eater Grey Axe, and the Circlet of the Shadowfell. Now, I mean, Shar was the original creator of the Shadowfell before things happened, and pretty much control was taken away from her. So you guys attempted to track some of these items down. You you left Melanie to babysit Shaddoc, while you went to see Belzor and Lynn. And you
I mean, it's not really babysitting if it's your own child.
I was gonna say that, but I had a mouthful of stew.
True.
Go on.
Sorry. No, it's cool. So you guys went to speak to Belzor and Lynn. Lynn explained that her first incarnation did have the chakram, and then during a battle in Southern Robur, it was lost. and it was actually a very long time between her first and second incarnation. So she's not sure where it would be at this point. She did say you might want to check out Turk. That's around the area of the Battle, which is in the domain of one of the triplet one of the triplet warlords of Robur called Asun the Wise. Um, it was also discussed that the Moonblessed Order was once Shar's order, and Sahi9 didn't want to give it back for reasons. Um, there was a short conversation with Tilda and Belzer about how the bond with the Shards of Dawn. Belzer, long story short, said, "Just gotta be a good person, man. Gotta be a good person." Afterwards, you guys attempted to teleport to the Allard estate to take a look at a tapestry that might have the circlet of the Shadowfell, but there was a teleportation mishap, and you guys ended up at the Javier estate instead. So you asked the lady of the estate to borrow a carriage to the trip for a trip, made you ride to the Allard estate. Lady Allard led you to the tapestry, tapestry, where the circlet depicted on the tapestry was once owned by a Lady Priscilla Allard. Because the Allards used to be famed jewelers, they're the ones who made the frame of the crown. And the gems were cut from a acquired special source. Rumor has it in their lineage that the crown was taken by a individual, a pirate named Longfang, who was apparently the scourge of the Oculus Navy. Oculus used to be Gadarn, and then the war happened, and then it was changed to Gadarn because who wants to be associated with the tyrannous empress? That's about it. That's about it. So yeah, that's where you are. Did you guys want to do anything still while you're at the Allard estate?
I don't think so.
So just a little bit of clarification for me.
Mm-hmm.
Is it that they don't know if any or which of the items associated with Char could be her artifact? Or
Well, we pretty much know that it's the chakram at this point.
okay.
But there's still other powerful magical items that might be worthwhile to look into getting, so.
Right, understandable. Okay.
I think the only thing that was mentioned was going back to the keep and then doing some legend lore. Trying to get some more information on the chakrams and the circlet.
Oh my god! I just saw your message, Ro.
Chakram.
Chakram.
I mean, I made the same joke last week,
Yeah.
and no one noticed. No one said anything. So,
Oh,
In
I
my
know
defense,
this.
I was not here,
I get
and
it.
so I could not have appreciated it at the time. But I appreciate it now. Deeply.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you guys wanna hop over to Rosora Keep and do some legend lore stuff?
Mm-hmm.
All right, sounds good. Does either of you have teleportation or circle of teleportation for today?
Yes.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Tilda's gonna have to do it because of my teleportation accident. So.
Yep. I've got circle of teleportation circle or something like that.
Okay.
And I've got the spell slots to spend. Whoop.
All right, sounds good. So you teleport back to Rosewater Keep. Melanie, allow me to tell you what you've been doing for the past couple of hours, because this trip did this trip did take a couple of hours because of the teleportation mishap.
Okay.
First, you guys played the Master of Skulls again.
Of course.
That was pretty fun.
Yeah.
This time you had a active participant in the form of Moose,
Okay.
who, during which, was using his telekinesis again, and attempted to lift many apples from a fruit bowl on the dining room table. Yeah, he was kind of hungry. When he was caught, he threw one at you, but it missed by a mile wide.
Okay.
I do with that what you will. After playing Master of Skulls for like the next hour and a half, she decided to practice on 3 instruments at the same time. You don't know how that worked. It didn't sound great. You probably got a headache. I'm not gonna lie about that.
Yeah, that sounds interesting and difficult.
And then you probably had a snack, and yeah, that's about it.
Okay.
Unless there was something in particular that you wanted to do with her.
Not at the moment.
Okay, you guys get back. To the keep. What did you want to legend lore first?
You want to do the chakrams?
Sure, I guess.
Alright, if you could put the
Yeah,
legend
give me a
lore.
second.
Yep.
I have to cast it at 6th level because I just ran out of 5th level spell slots. But oh wait, technically, it's a ritual. I don't have to spend a spell slot. Haha. Right? It is a ritual, right?
No, it takes 10 minutes to cast. It's not a ritual spell.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a ritual. It's just 10 minutes.
Hang on a second.
The tag.
Yeah, the highest level ritual spell is, I think, like contact other plane or something like that.
Well, bully. Then I cannot do it today because I don't have it prepared. Because I thought it was a ritual.
Then we can do it tomorrow. It's fine. We've had a long day anyways. I would imagine from all the travel, Tilda is probably tired.
You are traveling for 2 after all.
At least.
At least.
Okay, so then we have to wait till tomorrow to do the legend lore, but I will try to have that. We don't need seaming tomorrow, right? Right.
No.
There we go.
Okay, so you guys rest for the evening. Um,
Oh,
Melon.
and oh, just one more thing. I just wanted to ask, did Rain put out her contact feelers for um, Danica to come to the keep?
Did we talk about when we want to do it exactly? Did we have a did we specify whether we're going to do it before the party or after?
I think we should do it before the party. We have a couple weeks, so might as well just get it over with.
Yeah, it would make sense for Rain to, wander into town and send the word on, to where it's supposed to be going.
Okay, sounds good.
At earliest convenience, she's not like be here in one day or else,
Okay, yeah, Aurora can use. That's good. Alright. Speaking of contacting, Melanie, you told me that you wanted to try to attempt to find Sir Roland's family, or if he has any left.
Yeah. I also, we should probably make sure that nothing that I took was magical.
Right.
So I would probably have them do like a detect magic.
Okay. Can you remind me what you took again?
Anything that was dropped other than the swanky belt that was actually used to cover up a poop stain.
What?
Everything other than his sash. That was
Okay.
left. I don't know.
Okay, right.
Yeah, Timothy
Now I
had
remember.
peed himself during the battle.
Yeah, he had an accident.
I
Not
thought he
everyone
just
can
wanted
be
to
as
look
brave
cool.
as us.
But no, he wanted to cover up his shame.
I mean, he's a mushroom gatherer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's a normal ass human.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Not everybody can be as brave as us,
Why do you have
or
to
as
put
foolish as us.
pea-covered pants on a swanky belt? Anyway, whatever fell to the ground, I would have picked up. But we picked it up like with a cloak or a scarf or something. We didn't touch any of it, just in case it was super duper cursed.
Alright, so you had picked up, I have it in my notes. There we go. So his armor. Where? Scroll. Come on. There we go. Okay, so you had picked up his sword, his armor. Where is that? Armor, helmet. Yeah, black armor and helmet. All right. And you wanted to perform a identify on all these things?
Well, we can just do a detect magic, and if none of them ping, then that's fine. I want to make sure that if I do give all this stuff to like his family, that it's not super cursed. Like that'd be shitty.
Okay. All right. So, so all three things are magical.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Then I would ask that we identify them.
Okay. So the great sword acts as a magical great sword that does an additional 4d8 necrotic damage upon hit. If
Do you tell Tilda that any of these might be cursed?
Yeah, I would be super upfront about the fact that it could be cursed.
Then Tilda refuses to touch them and therefore refuses to identify them.
Oh, okay.
You could cast remove curse on them.
I can't.
Oh.
Could I like go into town and pay somebody to remove curse just to check?
I mean, yes, you can.
Let me see if that's something I can do. It is not.
Are we playing that remove curses doesn't necessarily remove curses, as it
Mm-hmm.
raw doesn't? We don't know.
Okay. So you have 3 things that are magical, and you don't know what they do.
Okay, so we can't identify them without touching them, and if they are cursed, we could become cursed by touching them. So, is there
Probably
a
not. But is there any schools of magic coming off the detect magic?
Schools, yes. Let's see. For the sword, it would be. I just. Ugh. Necromancy. The sword's necromancy for sure. Let me take a look.
Definitely not touching that sword.
I need to take a look at
Poking it away with a long stick.
Yeah. Would that work, DM?
what?
If I were to touch it through like a stick?
No.
Or like if I figured. Okay.
The helmet is enchantment. Yeah, the helmet's enchantment. And the plate armor is also necromancy.
I might. You might be able to convince Tilda to identify the helmet.
What I would like to do is I would like to let's see. Would I know, and I'm assuming I would have an idea, if I could like pay somebody to well, okay, do I know if remove curse would remove any possible curses from these items or not? Like, do I know whether or not that would work?
Let me see. Well, you do currently have a librarian who's a cleric.
Mm.
Okay.
Nenreen.
So I would go speak with Nenreen, and I'd say, Nenreen,
Mm-hmm.
so we found these items on a death knight, and I wanted to see though they seem to be magical, the showing up under detect magic, and I wanted to see if they were cursed. Do you know if I were to maybe have you cast remove curse on these objects, would they become uncursed? Is that the way that works?
Unfortunately, no. If the object is a cursed magical item, the curse remains, but the spell breaks on its owner's attunement to the object, so it can be removed or discarded.
So the curse would remain. It's just that we'd be able to, get rid of it if we wanted to.
Yes, if you were to say put on said item or items.
How often is a curse just straight up fucking dying? Is that a thing very often?
It can happen. There's a non-zero chance of that actually happening. As for the rarity of such a curse, it probably would be quite powerful magic. But then again, knowing the types of adventures that the group has speared themselves headlong into, it probably wouldn't be out of the realm of possibility at this point.
If somebody were to touch an item to identify it, would they be affected by the curse that affects that item?
Let me see. So you're just saying if you touch the item
To identify it.
To identify it. Let me see.
Basically, could we identify this item without being affected by the curse?
Or poor elven book boy.
I'm just saying, Tilda has, she's
No,
identifying.
it's pretty
She's
reasonable.
identifying for 2,
Mm-hmm.
or
At
more,
least.
More.
at least.
Let's have Rain try everything on and have the cleric on standby.
I feel like maybe we should have somebody who can't turn invisible at will become cursed. That way we don't have a cursed invisible person running around the keep trying to kill us.
Yeah, been there, done that, huh, Mallory?
It
Yep.
it honestly depends on the nature of the curse. But I do believe that Merced,
Mercer, where?
uh, most curses happen when a person wields the item or wears the item. If it's item to be wielded and worn. That's what most of the stories are.
Right, right. Would you feel identifying a possibly cursed item?
Are you trying to persuade?
I'm just asking. I'm not trying to persuade. I'm just trying to gauge his receptiveness to this idea.
Can I see said items before I make my decision?
Oh, yeah, sure. I will bring said items to him. Or if he wants to come to them, that's fine too. I don't know if he likes to leave the library.
He'll take a look at them, and he'll ask, "Where did you attain these items?" If you don't mind me asking.
They fell from a death knight after he finally achieved his 10th task and was, gone. Turned into glowy mist.
So I'm just gonna say, most likely these items are cursed then.
Oh yes, almost definitely cursed. But I'm really curious what they do, so...
Oh my god.
I could bring you some nice first edition books.
He just blinks at you.
Maybe a rare tome or two.
Are you in possession of these said rare tomes in right now?
No, 100% not.
I see. I'm gonna have to have this is gonna have to be a hard pass for me.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
That's no trouble.
Yeah,
I'm no judgment here.
Yeah. I mean, the best way I think these are items from a death knight, so you might want to look into getting rid of them
Why?
because they're cursed.
Oh, yeah. But I don't think anyone else should have them. That could hurt somebody. So I was going to just toss them in the vault and, keep them from everybody so no one can, mess with them.
That's one way of doing it, I suppose. Okay. I mean, I don't care what you do with them as long as they're, not near me.
Yeah, that's fair. All right, I will take a sack, toss all of these cursed ass items in the sack, write probably cursed on the sack, and then put the said sack in the vault.
Just write dead dove. Do not eat.
Right, 10
just...
minutes later.
How's a dead dove
Doing it.
I didn't know what to expect.
I should have known.
Probably I should have known. Okay. Sounds good. Are you still interested in trying to contact this individual's family?
Yeah, I'll see if I can find his family, just so they know that, like, he finally redeemed himself. Unless they're shit-heels, then I'll just let them wander. Like, if they're just horrible people, I'm not gonna bother.
Okay. How do you want to go about trying to find this group of individuals?
Well, Nenreen told me about the story, so I'm gonna ask if we have any books that might mention the guy's actual name,
Mm-hmm.
so I could look up a family member.
Okay. Cool. He is able to provide you with tomes of several different family trees that might lead to him. It would take some time to try to find this guy. Roland is a popular name.
Starting to care less and less about finding this guy's family.
Does Ninri does ask, did he have any, like, a tabard in that bundle you had, or like a banner that would?
He had a sash. I will describe it aside from the pea stains.
Okay.
Wasn't he also a former cleric of Pelor?
I think that part was conjecture based on the stories. I don't think that was a actual, like,
I feel like he said that.
Oh, did he say that?
I think
and I just forgot about it?
Rain, help.
Okay, Pelor, weird sash. I mean, I could look into it and see if I can come up with anything. It might take a few days.
Oh, that's fine. Honestly, not a huge priority. The guy has probably been assumed dead for, like, a really long time, so.
Okay, sounds good. And I will get back to you with any information in a few days of what I am able to find.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You're a wonderful man.
Now, if you do come across any first edition books, they would be much appreciated.
Understood.
Especially any books on Shar, because the copy I have now is ruined.
Sorry about that.
Could be better. Could be better, honestly. Okay. So it's good. Rain, since you're probably sending this message out by normal means,
Yep.
It might take a little bit to get there, and it might take a little bit to get back. Probably a week, if we're gonna be at the most.
We got at least 2 weeks before the party, right?
Yes.
Or not 2 weeks. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, sounds good. All right, so 1 week for the party. I mean, communication. Excellent. All right. Anybody have anything they want to do in this week?
I am going to, at some point, go out and, like, play Batman for, like, 3 days and just see if I can thwart some evil, like, on the side in hopes of, like, earning some favor with my sword. Like, I'm not looking for trouble. I'm just available should trouble be in an area, and maybe I could, like, help a little lady not get robbed. I don't know. Just gonna be in a seedy area and see what happens, I guess.
Well, I can, if you'd like, you can hang out at your local tavern and maybe listen in on some rumors.
Yeah, that would work.
Yeah, it just so happens you have a tavern right there.
Yeah, we do. That's a good call, DM. Good call.
Anybody else want to do anything besides that?
I don't know if we can have these coppers hanging around our bar, Mallory. Maybe we should toss them out.
I know, they're just gonna ruin the whole vibe of the place.
Now, other than generally spending time around the keep, spending time with Shaddoc, nothing in particular, you know.
Alright, Rain, Shaddoc. Rain. So during your time with Shaddoc, Shaddoc has a question for you.
Sure, Shaddoc. What's your question?
Where do people go when they die?
Oh, fuck.
A really good question, Shaddoc. I don't understand as much as, say, maybe Nanreen does, but you know how their answers are.
Yeah. He says it's different for different people.
That's the long and short of it. Depending on who or what you believe in, determines who will take you in afterwards when you pass on.
So, like... So am I gonna go someplace bad because of my dad?
No, absolutely not. What your parents do doesn't define you unless you let it. And we're not going to let that happen.
Okay.
Are you scared about that, Shaddoc? You're worried about that happening? It's okay to be scared.
Well, you know, he was like a shark thing. And I asked Nenreen about really, really like big sharks. And he says they're usually on the bottom of the ocean. And the bottom of the ocean seems really cold. And I don't want to end up there because it doesn't sound like it's a good time.
I mean, I'd have to, I think, agree with that, but I don't think that's where you'll be going.
And then, I was like, what about other places? And, the plane of water sounds worse? I mean, I like land. I don't want to be in water all the time. But at that point, when I asked Nenreen if, people go there, if they die, he said it was getting late and it was almost past my bedtime.
No, no, probably not gonna up in the plane. I mean, I guess the bottom line is it's really up to you where you want to go. Say you want to stay on land, so I mean that's, I think, most of the afterlives, I think. So, where do you think you would like to go? From what you know.
I mean, wherever you or mom go, I'd like to go there too.
Makes sense. Mom has cords. It is cord, right? Cords artifact, so she likes fighting a lot, so she'll probably end up there.
So, she'll punch people after she's dead?
That sounds like it would be her version of heaven. And she could tackle people all day long.
You're carrying a potion! Get him!
Shaddoc scratches her head. Okay.
Just run a simulation where Tilda's not pregnant and she's going up to... This is your daughter.
Oh, yes. She 100% would have been fucking tackled. There's no question in that question at all.
No, I know.
Yeah. It would have been like a flying tackle, too. There would have been just... Yeah.
Moose for like an hour. Where is he?
Um. Uh.
Mm-hmm.
Well, like I left him. I left him in the hallway. He's not there anymore. Maybe he went to sleep.
Can only hope. Go try to find Moose.
Okay. Oh. Moose. Moose.
Maybe he'll come if you play the kazoo.
Okay, I think I'll do that. She starts like playing something on the kazoo. You see a basket of camoose. You see a basket of bread, like way at the end of the hallway, float by like the doorway.
Fresh bread.
And you hear Shaddoc says, "I think I found Moose." No, bad Moose, bad.
See what Moose has done this time.
Moose is stuffing himself, stuffing his own bread basket with the bread basket.
That is too many carbs.
And when you get to the end of the hallway, there is Shaddoc, like literally like ripping a dinner roll out of his mouth. A quarter of the basket's already gone.
Let's just go. We'll throw the bread outside. The birds will eat it. We'll hide the basket in the closet.
Okay.
No, it's bad for birds. Bad for birds.
Yeah, there's a lot of things bad for birds in this land. I don't think that the bread's gonna be what kills them.
Okay.
So, one second here. Are we just gonna have the fattest rabbit? Like, he's gonna get so tubby because he's gonna eat whatever he wants. And like, how are we gonna keep it from him? He'll just telekinetically get whatever he wants from the kitchen.
I guess you got to have another talk to him about nutrition.
I don't know. I mean, I realize he understood us somewhat, but I don't know if he would understand nutrition value. Being,
I don't know. Maybe Leo could convey it to him. Coda.
Oh.
He's laying on my chest.
Yeah, he's a good boy.
He's a handsome boy.
Very
Yes, he is.
All right. So you're dealing with that debacle. Tilda.
Yes.
So you are you chilling at the keep, or have you decided probably to head home?
I would probably head to the Loyalar estate.
Okay. Awesome.
By the way, at some point, we would have warned the Tressums about the almiraj. Just
yeah, one assumes that we did that at some point, right?
Yeah. Is Stefan still here?
I don't remember.
His tower is still outside the keep.
Okay.
just so that they can be on alert, like if they feel a magic tug, from an unknown source, because it is carnivorous, the almiraj. I don't want kittens to be eaten. I don't want them.
Yeah, that's fair.
Eating our food.
I will speak with
out of nowhere.
Moose and make sure that he understands that he is not to eat kitty cats.
Okay.
Okay. How are you going
No
to
kitty
convey
cats.
that to Moose? Are you going to use animal handling?
Sure.
Okay. Well, how do you convey to Moose through training that he is not to eat Tressums?
Well, when Leo was talking to him, he said that Moose understood a little bit of common.
Mm-hmm.
And so I am going to ask Moose to come with me
Okay.
to the tavern,
Okay.
and I am going to show him a cat and say, Moose, please do not eat animals that look like this. They are our friends. They're not food.
Okay.
Fish are friends, not food.
He is going to blink. He looks at the cat. The cat looks at him. They look at each other. I guess roll an insight check.
Okay. Let me open my sheet again. I don't know why I close it.
I mean, maybe he gets it. They're kind of just paying each other with like not really. They're not really regarding each other.
Okay.
They're just like, oh, it's a big thing. Oh, it's a equal size thing. Oh, it's another equal size thing. You're not sure, like,
That's fair.
if he gets the message.
That's all right. I hope for the best.
Okay, that's only what one could hope for.
Yeah.
All right, so you talk to Moose about that.
Yeah, so Tilda would do the legend lores,
Mm-hmm.
and then probably go spend the rest of the 2 weeks with Theo if nobody else has anything else to.
We can always get in contact with you.
Yeah.
About stuff. So.
Okay. We'll then let's do the Disc of Night first.
Sorry.
Nope, that's okay. So we'll do the Disc of Night first. And
Disco night. What? That's what it's called, right? The Disco night.
I mean, that does make it, more partyful for our young person.
Okay. So, the things you learn about the legend in the legend lore is that this weapon was known as Shar's favored weapon.
Mm-hmm.
It's rumored to be literally made from a dying star. So it's literally a black hole from what the description tells you.
That's sick.
Usually the Disc of Night, when not in the possession of Shar, is typically given to individuals called Shadow Weavers. Shadow Weavers are those who are within high-ranking clergy, men or women, within her church.
Ooh, Shadow Weaver, I believe you can get me the Disc of Night.
I don't know what's happening right now.
Yeah.
It's a good song. Shut up. Dreamweaver.
Mm-hmm.
As for any tales associated with it, there are a few. A lot of them deal with bringing wanton destruction to those who encounter the Disc of Night and get bifurcated by its shadowy sharpness.
Sure.
There is one thing that you pick out that is kind of interesting and related to what you're looking for.
Okay.
Apparently, the Disc of Night fell many foes during the Battle of the Wilds in Durenethel. That is probably the most recent location and that your legend lord can pinpoint where it is. Because there are stories of some individual that used this traveling black hole to fell the many foreign bastards that crossed the shores into Durenethel during the Battle of the Wilds. After that, there are no other mentions of it.
So, remind me, what were the ancestors of Melanie's dad called?
Bladelings.
Bladelings, right? Okay. And they were involved in a war in Durenethil too, right?
They were involved in a war that they fought for Bane.
Right.
But they were not in Durenethil.
Okay. Non-Enliar, then? Were they in Non-Enliar?
I don't think so.
Okay, well then I'm not remembering things, and... Anyway.
Okay.
So it doesn't seem like there's any connection there whatsoever.
No.
Got it. So it's possible last known location is in Durenethil. Sorry, again. Yes, I will mention that, and I will say, like, it seemed to cut down several people in several enemies of Durenethil. Right?
Yes.
Okay. If anyone's around to hear.
Yeah, I'll be listening.
Okay.
Right, I'll relay all this to Kay's character as well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Do we want to do any more legend lores on anything else?
The other thing was the circlet of the Shadowfell thingy.
Right, okay. Circlet of Shadowfell thingy, the crown that the lady, her Priscilla?
Yes.
Priscilla.
Yeah.
Was wearing.
Okay. Circlet of the Shadowfell. Alright. The Circlet of the Shadowfell is a little more strangely worded. So let me get to the...
Can I say I bought more incense for legend lore?
Yeah, you could
Okay.
you can just take that out of like your funds. It's not
Okay. Because
all right. So the only thing you get for the circlet of the Shadowfell is this.
oh,
On the heirs turn to dust, a promise shall cause the era of time of prosperity and support to return. What did I write? Okay. On the heirs turn to dust, a promise shall cause the era of time of prosperity and support, the return of unholy ones. That is all
Well,
you
that's
get for the circlet of the Shadowfell.
not great. Could you please write that out
Yes,
in the
I will.
thing? Of time. Well, this is just worded confusingly too. Like, it's all just not fun.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
that's what you get.
Okay. Cool.
All right, so you head home.
Yeah.
All right.
Go
So-
chill with my husband.
All right. You head home. Home is. Okay, this is the first thing you see when you head home. So
Oh, God.
you're greeted by your one of the guards at the gate, who looks
Mhm.
a little nervous. He says, "Oh, Lady Matilda, it's good to see you. Um, uh,
Yes. Hello.
hi, hi.
Remind me of your name again. I'm terribly sorry.
Or George. Name's
George.
George. Private George, ma'am.
George.
Yes.
Is there a particular reason you look nervous, George?
Well, we weren't expecting you home. Well, Lord Theodric said you could be home at any time. We might have a problem. So maybe it's better if he explained it.
Is he here?
Yes, he's in the keep. He's in the castle.
Wonderful.
Yes.
I'll go see him then. Could you please take these? And I hand over the big box
Oh,
of essential oils.
Yes, ma'am. Right away, ma'am. No problem, ma'am.
They're a little heavy for a 7-month pregnant woman.
No, it's perfectly fine. It's perfectly fine. I'll have this. I'll be right behind you.
Okay.
Tilda, roll a perception check.
Oh God. What has he done?
Okay. You didn't really have to roll that high to see the neon green chicken that's currently crossing the front of the house.
I'm sorry, what?
I said you didn't have to roll that high to currently see the neon green chicken.
Neon green chicken.
Yes.
George?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. And he's carrying the box.
What is that?
That appears to be a green chicken, ma'am.
I know what it appears to be. What is it? Why is it here?
So while you were gone, there was a...
Never mind. Never mind. No, I'm going to talk to my husband about this.
Okay. he follows you with the box of essential oils.
Will the chicken allow me to enter the castle, or...
Yeah, the chicken's just pecking the ground, looking for, like, little seeds. It doesn't really take any notice. You just notice there's just a neon green chicken in front of your home.
Just chilling.
Just chilling.
Okay. Theodoric?
There is a, there's some, noise coming in from inside, like something's being dropped. Yes,
Theodoric Henry Loyola?
I'm coming. Hi! Hi, how are you? Look well. Oh, I see you got my, my present.
What's with the neon green chicken in the front yard?
Oh. Okay. So, one of the local farm folk, asked me if I could help him with a problem. I was going to, tell him to ask one of the knights, but he told me this was a stranger problem that he was having. So I asked him, okay, what did you need help with? And he brought to me these chickens that seem to glow green in sunlight. And I was going to help him figure out why. So I was doing some research, and it's only been a day, so I haven't really found anything yet. He also has another problem, which might need a little bit more expertise rather than green chickens.
All right. What's this other problem?
So recently he had a litter of sheepdog puppies.
How is that a problem?
So the problem is that
they were literally sheep dog puppies, like between sheep and dogs.
They have so they have tails.
All right.
But they're ethereal. He thinks
they have ethereal tails, or the puppies themselves are ethereal?
The puppies are not ethereal. The tails are. I asked Itskin to just come by and use his weird sight vision gift, and he saw they had tails because they were like not connected to anything, but they look like it's very hard to explain. The puppies have tails, but they're in the ethereal plane for some reason, and the farmer doesn't know who served the puppies. So I'm trying to figure that out. I'm trying to figure out the chicken problem, and I'm trying to figure out the dog problem, because I don't think any one of my knights can figure that out. I might have to hire, or well, I was going to ask you when you came back if there's anything you may know about this, but I was trying to do some research in the library and I have not come up with anything.
Well, luckily your wife is very good at research, and
Yes,
especially into odd problems. I pull out the monocle, the scholar's monocle that I have.
Yep.
Fit it into my eye and say, "Let's go, darling."
Okay, thank you. I was I'm not like you said, I'm not very good at this, especially the chickens, and I mean they're cute, but they're glowing. I can't figure out why. Down the ways in front of the house, you do see Lord Edgar. He waves at you guys as you had come up to the house. He's currently feeding a few of the glowing chickens. The father thought it was good for him to get some exercise, and he saw the chickens, and we have extra corn, so it's definitely not what they eat. I can tell you that.
Wonderful. So we already know a little something about them.
But yeah, let's go inside. So you guys go inside. Try to figure out why there are weird animals appearing on this guy's farm. Okay, so why don't you give me some kind of investigation roll while you're there?
Okay. With the scholar's monocle, I believe I get some kind of bonus. Give me a second. There's a lot of things here. No. Well, why isn't it here? Give me a second. Scholar's monocle. There it is. Give me a second. Sorry. Is a color. Well, wearing this lens in a library. Are we in a library?
Yeah, you guys got a library.
Great. I have advantage on intelligence investigation checks to find relevant books and information. So, haha.
Okay, excellent.
Advantage. Now scroll, damn it. I hit the button. I don't know when it's coming.
Okay, there we go.
27.
So, are you focusing on the chicken problem, or are you focusing on the dog problem first? Or are you trying to do a little of both at the same time?
I think the chicken problem first, because they're the immediate
okay.
thing that I noticed. And I also have an idea about the dogs.
Okay.
So
you're looking through your books about animals that have been changed different color. I've read a couple stories. A lot of the stories usually have to do with a being of some type, sometimes fae, sometimes maybe a celestial of some type, playing tricks on people for fun.
I think I hear the cook dropping plates and whatnot in the background.
Yeah. Yes, you do.
Okay, so fays or celestials possibly pulling a prank.
Yeah, or tricks, like in some cases, trickster gods.
Sure. What trickster gods are known in Pondera?
So let's see. Trickster gods. Well, most of them, if not all of them, are like in the minor category.
Sure.
So, a few trickster deities would be like
Any that are actually in the major pantheon?
um none
Like,
in
is this
Is it
none
Avandra?
huh?
Yeah.
None in the major pantheon. Most of them are usually minor.
Okay, so Avandra wouldn't count as like a trickster god?
At the most, Sihinine, maybe.
Okay.
Avandra usually counts more towards luck. Luck and
Okay.
travel are her big things. But you've got there's a couple. I mean, Loth maybe too, because she falls under the trickster domain as well. So does Shar. Now that you've known a little bit more about her,
Mhm.
there are quite a few minor ones. Now ones that would specifically be associated with changing the animals. Let's see. You have there are quite a few actually. But the ones you probably be looking for are let's see. Either my lake or no, he's more of the artistic arts.
I'm sorry, what was that last one?
He's no no, I'm trying to go through quickly. Liara, Lady of Deception. She'd probably do something like this. And there is a plethora of fae that would probably do this.
Okay.
Like brownies, sprites, that kind of thing.
And how would one get rid of such nuisances and or curses that such nuisances have provided?
Typically, you would have to make a deal with the entity in question.
Ah.
Most stories end with that.
How do they end?
So they range from death, but usually that's more of the severe ones, to
Sure.
just bartering and giving the entity, if it's like a brownie or sprite, giving them what they want, or sometimes it ends with the misery of the person being tricked.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a plethora of things, but mostly if you cut a deal with the entity that is tricking the person, then usually it doesn't usually go too bad for most people. But while you're off doing that, trying to solve the problems of a farmer and his unfortunate stock.
Sure.
Zaitari, how are you doing? How's your headache?
It's okay. Her controller is very tired.
Do you just want to go to sleep? We can
I don't know.
I mean, we could probably cut the session short because Kay's not here.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't really have too many plans for Zaitari up until the party. I was just figuring that she was gonna, oh, what is it? Words. Tavern things.
Okay, tavern things.
Mostly tavern things, hanging out with Tegan, making sure he's settling in fine. That's about it.
Yeah, he's just working on the sword cannon. Trajectory is really hard.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, let's just pick up next week once everyone is here. I need to do a couple things anyways.
Okay.
Is that cool with
Ready?
everyone?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, I
I'm
can live with that.
exhausted.
You all fucking stay here and play.
Sorry, KK.